What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris with the next set from the Premier League Season 4. I believe this was played on March 26th? 24th? 26th. I have no idea. One of those two. So, yeah, we're pretty far behind. We're like 3 or 4 pages behind in the replays, but that's just what happens when life calls and I'm feeling kind of lazy, so I don't cast all these games. So we're going to hopefully grind a couple of these sets out today. I have changed my streaming time from 7 to 8. I realized, well, when I set the stream time, it was a pretty good time, but then I realized that is when Valve usually rolls out the new patch. So pretty much every single time I did stream, I had to cut it off and then reopen it after my game patched, and that just was too annoying. So now it's at 8 o'clock EST. So if you are interested in that, that's when I will be trying to stream, and hopefully it all goes well. But for now, we're just going to be looking at this game where we have Virtus.pro, VP on the Radiant, and Team Liquid on the Dire. Both of these teams are incredibly powerful at this point, arguably some of the strongest teams that are outside of China right now. No, this game was a little while ago. Okay, so VP, yeah, those results aren't out yet. But at this time, VP, they have lost Santa. And now you can see Virtus.pro AA. That is, in fact, Ars Art, who was formerly on Na'Vi, going to be playing with the Virtus.pro side. And the way this works, I believe, is that KSI gets shifted down to the hard lane. Ars Art takes up KSI's support role. And then everything should be good. And what we're going to see, this is my first time casting Ars Art on Virtus.pro. We're going to see how well he melds with this team. But let's go over the picks first. Team Liquid already picking up an incredibly strong combo in the Magnus as well as Lone Druid. You see it all the time. You should get so much damage on that bear, and really if you're going to go for Armlet on that bear, which is what Lone Druids pretty much do all the time, then even though it may not give as much damage as going for like a Radiance or a Maelstrom, just having that Empower on the bear combined with the armor that the Armlet does give means that your bear is going to be incredibly tanky as well as incredibly powerful, and all of that is incredibly cost efficient on top of that. Picking up the Shadow Demon as well, going to get one of their core supports, possibly preparing themselves for an eventual Phantom Lancer pick from VP. And at the same time, if they do pick Phantom Lancer, then well, they'll have it covered. They'll have Shadow Demon. But if they don't, then they will just it'll just be a deterrent, saying, "Hey, don't pick up Phantom Lancer because we have Shadow Demon." And even if they do pick up Phantom Lancer, then well, Shadow Demon will be there to counter it, but also Empower as well as everything that Magnus has to offer. That's a lot of AoE clearing that the Phantom Lancer will struggle to deal with. The VP on the other end, they're gonna just pick up one hero for each of the lanes. Queen of Pain is going to be their mid lane of choice, Darkseer as well as Rubik, picked up for the hard lane and support respectively. And Queen of Pain versus the Magnus, we see this all the time. Queen of Pain should be able to harass the Magnus pretty decently. If you could keep him out of bottle range, which I've seen, who was it? Damn it, Empire. It was on Empire. Vigos do it very well. Just use the Queen of Pain so aggressively that you zone out the Magnus from ever getting shot at his bottle, because he can't throw out too many shockwaves before he's completely tapped out of mana. So if you play aggressively enough, then you will be able to hold on to the lane and keep the Magnus back. But Team Liquid, whoever does go onto that mid lane, I believe it's Korok usually does the Magnus solo mid. I know TC and Korok usually switch, or sometimes switch, depending on what hero is picked for that mid lane. But they are more than capable of performing that Magnus against the Queen of Pain. More bans coming out. Team Liquid going to target the Gyrocopter as well as the Phantom Lancer, knowing that Virtus.pro have yet to pick up a carry hero, and Virtus.pro themselves banning out that Lifestealer. Lifestealer with Magnus is a pretty good combination, and that's really in preparation for a Lifestealer safe lane or a Lifestealer tri-lane and a Lone Druid solo lane. So that's not going to be coming out. Nature's Prophet as well as the Undying, kind of very important utility heroes. Undying is a hero that usually isn't picked up so much anymore. I mean, he still is an incredibly powerful hero, especially when you put him in a tri-lane, but just the fact that he doesn't have any real crowd control aside from the slow that his zombies gives, which it's not that intense until you actually get a whole lot of those zombies up. Kind of fallen out of favor, despite the fact that he's always banned out, he's rarely ever picked anymore, so he's kind of in a weird position. I guess teams still respect the Undying, and they don't want to play against him, but at the same time, no team really wants to play with him either. VP, their final ban, is going to be the Tinker. And Team Liquid, I mean, they possibly were preparing for Magnus off lane with that. But I do think it's going to be Magnus in the mid lane. From what I've seen of Team Liquid, they do enjoy running the Magnus in such a fashion.
5 seconds
Right now, Team Liquid, I think they would benefit a good deal from maybe their signature, or Fluff's signature hero, the Visage. Just getting that good amount of control onto the fight, as well as those familiars. So right now, they're kind of stun light. And even though the familiars aren't the most guaranteeable of stuns, is guaranteeable even a word? It's not a guaranteed stun by any means, just because it takes a little bit of time for them to get into position. They really need something to shut down the Queen of Pain. They can build 4 Orchids, but really, who on this team, before the Windrunner pick, is going to build an Orchid? So they are going to go for the Windrunner. Hopefully that stun will be enough to handle the Queen of Pain. The Windrunner in this scenario is probably going to be played as a support. I do know that Team Liquid have run that before, and it was, as I recall, relatively successful. I mean, it didn't feed, it didn't get a million kills, but it worked.
5 seconds.
But right now the lanes from Team Liquid looking pretty strong. But really, they just need a little bit more lockdown, because Darkseer as well as Queen of Pain, these 2 heroes are incredibly slippery. And you add a Tidehunter into that as well. That's a lot of bulk on the front lines. Team Liquid need to get another stun. With their final pick, they will reveal if their carry of choice is going to be the Lone Druid, or if they are going to offlane the Lone Druid. Put Bulba on that hero. But everyone knows that Team Liquid, I'm just going to call it right now, it's going to be a Clockwork pick from them. Put that Clockwork on the hard lane, and then maybe a Lone Druid Tri-Lane. I don't know how much I like Lone Druid Tri-Lanes. It's going to be a Lion instead. This is a hero that we've actually seen quite a bit nowadays. Now, Lion, once you hit that level 6 mark, he is the most dangerous hero on the map, bar none. Except for maybe Lina, but Finger of Death hurts, it does. But the problem with Lion is that in the early levels, like level 1, 2, 3, he's not that useful. Because Impale, although it doesn't have a stun, it does do decent damage, but I mean 60 damage that's 1 right click, and 1 second stun. By the time they are bounced up into the air and come back down, the stun is pretty much over. Hex is huge as far as the mana cost is concerned. 125 at level 1 is something that you can't really afford to spam, especially since you are going to be a very low level guy. So Lion, I mean, it is a decent support hero, but is more a support hero for the early mid game, as opposed to something like Shadow Demon, which shines at level 1. Just having that instant setup, having that Shadow Poison even, is incredibly useful. But Lion will give Team Liquid a good amount of mid game presence. And against Virtus Pro's lineup, it will work pretty well, because VP, they're going to decide to run an Alchemist. An Alchemist, of course, is a hero that I've seen a couple of teams try to run him as an early mid game hero. Every time I see that, I say I disagree with it, and then it usually doesn't do too well. But the Alchemist is a very, very late game hero. It is a very late game carry, as opposed to the Lone Druid, who, although he does have a lot of power in the late game, he really is a threat once he hits level 7. Alchemist, yes, he does have a stun, but in comparison to what TC brings to the table, as far as pushing is concerned, as far as control is concerned, it really pales in comparison. So VP right now, with their team lineup, what they are aiming to do, or what they should be aiming to do, is just play defensively. Make sure that Illidan gets as much space as he could possibly want. Just farm up all game long, and then tear down Team Liquid. But Team Liquid with the Lion pick, that also gives them a guaranteed stun, a guaranteed disable against that Alchemist, as well as that Queen of Pain. Team Liquid will be able to deal with this Alchemist. He's going to need to get a Hand of Midas BKB or something like that, if he does choose to go for Hand of Midas. I'm not sure if it was Illidan who ran the Maelstrom Mjolnir Alchemist, but that could also work as well. Let's get the important things out of the way. I do know that Fluff has that Bastion announcer, so going to be piggybacking off of that. Thank you, Fluff. This is one of the reasons why I like Team Liquid games, because I know that there's going to be a Bastion announcer. I don't think any of the other teams in this tournament actually have that. So Team Liquid should win this tournament, just so I could have the Bastion announcer for more games. But let's go over who's playing what. It's going to be on the VP side, KSI on that Darkseer. He is has a nice mix of restoratives as well as just utility health items. He's going to be playing that Darkseer, and S is on the Rubik. They're going to head towards each other. Illidan is on the Alchemist, Art on the Tidehunter, and Tame on Wild Crazy is on the Queen of Pain. Leading the way is IX Mike. You do not want to be there, IX Mike. He's on the Shadow Demon. Fluff is going to be playing that secondary support Lion. Bulba is on the Windrunner. TC is going to be playing the Lone Druid, and Korok is going to be playing that Magnetar.
Showtime.
So, yes, what was I saying? thing, I was saying that the Alchemist just needs to buy space. So VP, although they do have some fairly aggressive snowballing heroes like the Queen of Pain, if they look to end the game early, it probably won't be in their best interest, because ending the game early means that heroes from Team Liquid will be in the level 7 to 10 range. The low-level heroes of Team Liquid. And that means that Lion will have his Finger of Death. That means his Impale will be maxed. Earth Spike. Wait, wasn't that just Spike? Did they change the name of it? I'm pretty sure they did. His Earth Spike will be maxed out. Ix Mike should have a lot of Shadow Poison on top of that, and if they do try to end the game early, then even though the Queen of Pain is going to be incredibly powerful, the Alchemist is really going to be that that hero that's not contributing as much as the early game or level 7-ish range of the Lone Druid, who should be at least level 10 if they are actually trying to end the game at that point. Good Sentry Ward by Fluff. It actually is going to serve as kind of a semi-creep block, and Ix Mike, ooh, Observer Ward, but I don't know if they actually see the enemy. That's the wrong one. Which one's the right one? Oh, they see him. They definitely see him. They don't see him, actually. They don't know NS is there. Oh, he's not going to really be a surprise, because once he reveals himself, they will know he's there. So it is going to be a very, very aggressive tri-lane for Team Liquid. Running Bulba. Oh, well done, NS. Getting rid of that Observer Ward. That might be in a little bit of trouble. But running Bulba on this tri-lane, usually Bulba is the solo offlane hero. Usually all teams run their hard lane hero as a solo hard lane, not in a tri-lane capacity. So we'll give the Windrunner a little bit of a standing edge versus this tri-lane from VP, which although they can go for a couple of kills, really the damage from them isn't that high. So Liquid, the primary goal of this tri-lane is to make sure that Illidan doesn't get any farm. And if Bulba doesn't get any farm, then that's really not going to be too big a deal for Team Liquid, because Bulba's used to not getting any farm, just being a hard lane player. But Illidan is used to pretty much getting uncontested farm. Unless he's up against Darkseer or something like that, farm on the safe lane for the Radiant usually isn't contested. And if it is contested, it's not really contested until unless there's a aggressive tri-lane on the other side, which there currently is. Or if there is a Darkseer, and when that happens, it's not till the Alchemist is at level 5 or something like that. So just Liquid from the get-go, gonna put everything they can to shutting down this Alchemist. And he's 6 for 1 versus Bulba 6 for 0. So the Windrunner with the support is having a decent time. Telekinesis from NS, gonna try to body block Bulba. Level 1 only took Power Shot, and now Illidan shaking the potion, gonna throw his stun onto the Windrunner, but a good disruption from Ix Mike. Impale going to completely whiff everything. But sometimes you just got to throw that Impale out, that Earth Spike out. I'm sorry, I'm still used to the Dota 1 names of many of these spells. It was an intimidation tactic, and that costs us a lot of mana, but he does have a clarity. He might pick up 1 point of mana drain, so he should be fine. Let's take a look at how this mid lane is doing. 11 to 10. Queen of Pain doing extraordinarily well versus the... Where did he go? I'm looking at the core. Versus the 8 for 0, actually. Korok getting denied pretty heavily, but Tamar Wild's Crazy's mid lane Queen of Pain is nothing to sneeze at. He's holding onto the lane very well with 2 points in Shadow Strike, making sure that Korok doesn't have as much free space in the lane. And Crazy could start looking for kills, because once he gets a couple more skill points up, Korok will only have that skewer to defend himself. And just with 1 Shadow Strike, he's getting brought down awfully, awfully low. So he's not going to have a fun time there. In the top lane, TC, 16 for 9 versus the Darkseer, 7 for 3. Even though the Darkseer is pushing pretty aggressively, TC is still getting many of his last hits, and that's an advantage that you get when you decide to lane the Lone Druid, or when your Lone Druid ends up laning against the Darkseer, is that the Darkseer relies on the slow poking and kind of prodding damage of the Ion Shell to really get to kills. And hold on to that thought, we're going to be seeing a ganking attempt onto Tame My Wild. There's the disruption to open up. Let's see if Fluff could land the Impale. Yes, he does get it. Hex as well is available, but is there enough damage? Shockwave as well as right click, skewer forward. Korok is going to go in for this, and he's just going to trample the Queen of Pain underfoot. Korok draws first blood in the mid lane, takes a little bit of damage with a double damage rune. That's going to give him the level 4, almost level 5. Good rotation from Team Liquid, and really, I think Crazy should have seen that one coming. He knew that no one from Team Liquid was on that bot lane anymore. Arts are going to pick a fight with Ix Mike. There's going to be the Impale flying out. Ix Mike is going to throw 2 Shadow Poisons, but with them both, Ix Mike is going to get brought down by the Tide Hunters. Huge right clicks. Bulba's going to come around. Does not have Shackle Shot. He's going to throw a Power Shot, hit onto Arzart, but really only level 1 spell. It's not really too much of a threat. Illidan from the high ground going to start shaking his potion. He's going to throw it out as well. Bulba going to take some pretty heavy damage from that. Arzart does have a Gush. Does he have enough mana for anything else? Bulba going to throw out 1 more Power Shot. He's going to get the Tide Hunter, but in exchange for his life, here comes a rotation from Korok. Shadow Poison as well as Disruption onto NS. That's going to bring him down, but Illidan now has joined the fight. He's going to shake another potion. He's going to throw it onto IX Mike, and he should be brought down. One more Scream of Pain or just right clicks. IX Mike going to go down swinging, but it is going to be, in the end, a 3-for-3 trade total on the board. Korok, though, might be looking for a little bit more. Just needs one more poke on Tame My Wild. Beautiful blink, the very, very clutch on that. He's still chasing with the Shockwave. Needs Shockwave and a Skewer. 5 seconds, he should have this kill. Queen of Pain doesn't have anything else, and the boots are up on the Magnus. Queen of Pain does not. Skewer forward from Korok, going to go straight for the kill. He's going to teleport on out of there. Korok playing his trademark aggressive as hell style, but if it leads you to a killing spree onto the Queen of Pain, that is definitely worth it. That's also going to give Magnus his level 6. Just having those very early boosts, whereas the Queen of Pain reliant on the blink, whereas she was, it really costed her. And I realize now that, is this Brews Up an Unstable Concoction which you can throw? Okay, so the reason I'm saying like shaking a potion for Alchemist is because Unstable Concoction used to be you would channel it, like you would just stand in one place and channel it, and then you would throw it. So that's where that came from. And he would like actually like make an animation where he was like shaking and he would be like jittering in place and stuff like that. So that's the explanation there, in case anyone was wondering, because right now just having that timer doesn't really seem like he's actually shaking a potion, but that is what he used to be doing. So yeah, an overall trade for Team Liquid's going to favor them a little bit. They did draw the first blood onto Crazy, and then making a 3-for-3 trade with Korok getting the bulk of it. Is he going to skewer his way to this haste rune? Crazy is going to bottle it up and even dodge a shockwave, so Korok's going to miss out on that rune, but now they got to watch out for this top lane. TC has been farming pretty well, level 7 on the bear, so he's farming pretty well, does have that Entangle as well as that Demolish now. But up against KSI's Dark, so you can't really afford to make a push. If you do try, you're not going to be very happy with that. Here comes NS, going to get hasted in. He's going to lift up TC, instantly transforming into his bear form. You can give him a little bit more HP, but with the Ion Shells, with the right clicks, TC really doesn't have a chance to get out of here. He is going to drop to the Darks here. And yeah, lots of action happening very, very shortly. I was going to go over what happened in this mid lane gank for the first blood. Liquid, first of all, VP, they should have realized that there were no support heroes on this bottom lane, that Bulba was completely alone, because Fluff and Mike, they've been kind of sticking on this bot lane for a good deal of this game. They've been within vision range, and once VP notice that those two heroes are missing, then they should know, hey, either we're in danger or the mid lane's in danger. And Crazy sitting pretty far up ahead, knowing that he's in danger, was reliant on his blink, was reliant on Fluff and Stuff to miss his Earth Spike, which it looked like for a second he did, but she popped out of that disruption just in time, and that led to the first blood. Just wanted to point that out before it was way too late. Korok still holding strong onto this mid lane, has picked up his Arcane Boots, and that means he's going to be throwing Shockwaves all the friggin' time. Level 8 on the Magnus versus the level 7 on the Queen of Pain. Really, these rotations from Korok, combined with the fact that he's getting kills onto his mid lane adversary, means that he's going to get a level advantage. And on top of that level advantage, that's going to translate eventually into a farm advantage. Just pushing the Queen of Pain back, now going to circle around. He wants to use RP, cancelled off the first one, but he's going to force out a blink from Crazy. Is he going to skewer in for another RP attempt? Crazy trying for the jukes. There's the RP, Shockwave, skewer as well. Crazy is going to take one hit and then 2 hits, and Korok gets a dominating streak, solo kill onto that Queen of Pain. Korok playing an extraordinary Magnus right now. And I said that Queen of Pain, if she could zone out the Magnus, then it'll be very nice. But oh, Fluff trying to defend the haste ring, going to throw an Impale, as well as a Hex onto NS, because they do have Korok walking right on in. Shockwave's going to fly, does not have that skewer, used it to kill off the Queen of Pain, but just the right click should be enough to kill off NS. Korok does have another Shockwave that will kill him off. No, they're going to let him go. Here comes the Alchemist. In 3 seconds, he will have that potion to stun himself. He's going to do it on himself. IX Mike is now in a little bit of trouble. He's going to probably try to go to the Roshan put, go down swinging. Once again, IX Mike is going to go down. No, Impale. No, it actually missed on Illidan. And a little bit of body blocking from Fluff is going to end up killing him. Shackle Shot onto KSI as well as Art's Art as the Shockwave does fly through. KSI taking a pretty good amount of damage. Fluff and Stuff playing Ring Around the Rosie. Illidan once again going to stun himself. Fluff and Stuff trying for the juice. Going to get another 2-man Impale. Power Shot into Art's Art, but Tame My Wild is coming, and Fluff and Stuff is going to die. Not before killing Tidehunter though. Korok's still alive. He's going to get a 2-man skewer. Push them both into the corner. Illidan just needs one more right click to kill him off. KSI though zoning everyone out. Bulba's going to get the wall dropped on top of him, and he's going to go down. Korok throwing one more Shockwave, and he's going to get him as well. A mega kill streak as IX Mike has returned to this fight. Curse onto Crazy as well as a disruption. Korok's going to time this Shockwave perfectly. He does get it. Double kill for Korok as well as Unstoppable Streak. KSI still in the fight. He's going to run straight into this Korok run once again. He does have Skewer in 5 seconds. Shockwave as well as Shadow Poison will pop the Darks here. And Korok just unkillable. These Arcane Boots. Look at the amount of mana restoration items on Korok, because really, he's not really getting into the fights. His reverse polarity was down for all of that, yet he got 3 kills, or at least 3. I think it might have been 4. Well, he didn't get more than 3, but kill involvements, assists, or anything like that. And really, it's all these items that he got. Choosing to not hold the early game money and go straight for Blink Dagger, getting the Arcane Boots, getting the bottle, as well as the wand, he was able to constantly spam out the Shockwaves. Now, granted, Shockwave isn't that of an expensive spell. It's actually incredibly cheap. It's one of, I believe, the most cost-effective spells in the game. Just 90 mana for 300 damage. That is absurd. That is an absurd mana to damage ratio. And just constantly chucking those out, playing the zoning game, playing the poking game on that Magnus. He's now going to run into 2 heroes. He's going to screw himself up to the high ground. He's going to get stunned by the potion. And will the Tidehunter have enough to bring him down? No. NS will. Moving in. He's going to grab the Unstoppable Streak. KSI now on the chase for TC. He's going to have to sick that bear onto that Darkseer. Does have only 1 point of vacuum, but there is the Entangle. It's going to save TC's life. Rotation. Oh, wait. Courier, please, no. Courier, no. Queen of Pain thinking about it, but deciding better. Korok is finally going to drop his streak. Was very, very close to that Blink Dagger. Just needed another 300 gold, but getting caught out a little bit out of position. Still will have that Blink Dagger in about 12 minutes, especially if Team Liquid managed to bring down this tower. Illidan has returned to his bottom lane, but as I said before, the Alchemist really at this point is not very useful. He's throwing out the stuns, which the stun does some pretty good damage, especially if you could shake it all the way down to 0.5 seconds. Then it'll be an incredible tool for you. Arzart, though, gonna get first hit Entangle, instant teleportation out. He should be fine to make it out. Shockwave, though, from Magnus over the tree line, gonna kill off Arzart. Korok with a Shockwave sniping Magnus. He's just sniping everyone. That was the second time he hit a Shockwave at max range. The first time was over here to kill off the Alchemist. But really, the Alchemist is kind of a lackluster hero, and you can see the Lone Druid just with 1 lucky Entangle, contributing a whole lot more, really, to the bank accounts of Team Liquid. Now they're going to bring down this tower. That's going to be the Blink Dagger for Korok. Actually, he's already bought it up, so he got a kill, right? He got a kill and then shifted down to the bottom lane. He's going to stay very far back. He doesn't want VP to know about this, and they're just going to keep pushing. They do have the Entangle on the Bear. They do have the Hand of Mice as well. Korok wants in. Korok doesn't want in. Gonna move to the mid lane, perhaps. Fluff and Stuff's trying to get a couple levels. Still, only level 5 on that Lion versus the level 6 from the Rubik, so he's got to watch out for spell stealing. But Fluff and Stuff right now, he really, really wants that Finger of Death. Queen of Pain still, with only 777 HP, doesn't really have that much going for her. Korok gonna get slowed down by the Queen of Pain. He wanted to blink in, probably get a skewer onto NS, and NS unfortunately only gonna steal Empower. Worst spell he could have stolen right now. Magnus still wants blood with Fluff. Fluff and Stuff really needs his level 6, because he could pretty much solo the Queen of Pain, even though Fluff and Stuff is he's a support hero, and he didn't get that much farm in the early game, didn't get that many levels, and didn't get as many kills as IX Mike, who is a pretty good Shadow Demon sniper. He still needs that, and then he could still solo the Queen of Pain, and Tidehunter probably not, Darkseer probably not, Alchemist probably not, Rubik definitely. Rubik is going to be screwed over by that Finger of Death. Very, very easy. They want this Finger of Death up as soon as possible. However, Fluff and Stuff needs one more creep, and that may not happen because NS and Arzar are coming around, but this is a giant bait because the IX Mike, actually, no, where did Korok go? Korok left. He's going to come in for the reverse polarity if he does need it. He's going to skewer back Arzar instead. Entangle should be there, even though there's the Ravage. Slow down from the skewer will slow him down. Impale Stolen, going to cast down IX Mike. He's going to take a little bit of damage, but Arzar is already down. Crazy going to blink right in. Wall is not going to kill off IX Mike. He's one more hit. He will, no, 3 HP survival. Reverse polarity being used only to secure the kill onto Crazy, but if you kill a Queen of Pain for that, that is very much so worth it. Bulba arriving a little bit late to the party, but already the party is in favor of Team Liquid. 2 kills in exchange for none, with IX Mike living at just a sliver of HP. 3 HP, 1 more hit from his illusion, and he would have died, but Wall Replica not too strong against Shadow Demon. That doesn't do that much damage. Everyone from VP has rotated in, and Volba also has rotated in, has found level 6 on that bot lane, given the tri-lane start. That's not too bad, although he's being out-leveled pretty handily by everyone else on the VP side. But now Fluff does have his Finger of Death, and if anyone tries to defend this mid lane, they're going to get a whole bunch of pain dropped right into their face. They're not even going to try it. TC is going to bring down that tower, and he's sitting at 2,600 gold with the Hand of Midas. That's going to turn into 2,800 gold pretty soon. Is he going to go for the Armlet? It's an item that we usually see nowadays, but still going for that Lightning Hammer, going for even a Radiance, even though Radiance isn't really common anymore. Simply because of the fact that you could get a lot more mileage in the early game, and I think that's what Liquid really should do right now, because they are shutting down the Alchemist pretty well. But if the Alchemist does somehow get his farm, or does somehow get a good fight, then he's going to get his Shadow Blade up. Then he's going to start building his BKB. And at that point, you're going to wish that TC is a lot more stacked than he actually is. He's going to hold on to his gold for now, so we're going to see what he wants to decide in the future. IX Mike, as well as Fluff, trying to defend this mid lane with the Shadow Poison just drawing off the aggro, but they have to worry about 4 heroes, and Fluff and stuff, you do not want to be here. You do not want to be here, Fluff. Get out, get out, get out. Oh, he's going to stick around because he doesn't have support coming. Bulba, level 2 on that Shackle, Impale, onto Illidan. They do have the Finger of Death, but they don't want to use it on the Alchemist. Very, very tanky hero, and the weakness of the Alchemist is that he has low armor but high health. And that means that you want to right-click him down ideally to get best usage out of that, as opposed to burn a Finger of Death, which could pretty much kill a Rubik in one shot. 2-1 bottom tower push down as well. TC, it looks like he is going for the Relic, or at least holding on to a lot of gold. Maybe he just wants to hide it from me. But we do have on Team Liquid Bulba. Going to be going for that mech. Fluff doesn't have anything. IX Mike doesn't have anything. Let's take a look at how the VP items are going. Darkseer going to mirror the Windrunner, going to go for a mech of his own. Arcane Boots onto Rubik has been pretty involved in all these fights. 2-2-3 on him. Queen of Pain not doing as well as I would have expected. 3-5-2 just constantly has Korok to deal with. And the burst damage from that Shockwave, more than enough to bring the Queen of Pain down on several occasions. Illidan going for his Shadow Blade will have it in another 300 gold. So they're going to bring down this tower, and that's going to mean that Shadow Blade for Alchemist. So at that point, Liquid are going to have to carry around some True Sight, which currently they don't have. But with this Roshan attempt, whoa, that is a big ass frog. That was huge. With this Roshan attempt, which is going to be uncontested by VP, they should have enough for more than enough satchels of dust. Let's see who they're going to put these Aegis on. TC is their primary carry, and he is going to go for a Radiance, actually. I mean, Radiance didn't get any weaker. Just items got stronger in comparison. So Radiance will have a lot of split pushing for Team Liquid, which currently they kind of lack, although VP not exactly strong with split pushing either. It's a solid item. It's a solid item if you could afford it quickly. And a 16-minute Hand of Midas as well as Relic, that's not bad. Especially if they're going to have an empowered bear that's going to clear off this giant ancient stack. It's going to be a lot of gold for TC. He could finish his Radiance in one shot if they decide to clear that out right now. But he's just going to farm nice and simply for it. VP right now, they need to just give Illidan more time to farm. He's going to teleport down to the bot lane. Does have a Shadow Blade, but really he needs a little bit more than that, because Shadow Blade versus what the bear has versus what Korok has, it's not going to be enough. And with the Grieval's Greed not being maxed out, that's going to mean that he can't get additional items as quickly as he ordinarily would. He's forced to go for that Unstable Concoction just because there's been so many early game fights. He's going to get a Point of Acid Spray as well, possibly do, no, not stack the Ancients yet. But Illidan is going to find a little bit of free time to farm. However, the Lone Druid, in going for 2 items that accelerate his farm, one in the Hand of Midas, one in that Relic, that means TC is going to be farming incredibly quickly from multiple lanes as well. So any farm that the Alchemist gets, the Lone Druid with his initial lead is going to mean that he's going to be farming incredibly quickly, consistently as well. So the Alchemist's accelerated farm is going to be kind of mirrored by TC in that sense. Fluff as well as IX Mike can head up towards the top lane where KSI, they can't actually kill the Darkseer unless they get a good entangle, which they might be able to. I mean, Hex as well as Impale and the Finger of Death, that's a lot of damage, especially with maxed out Shadow Poison to kind of assist on that. It looks like they're going to push the top lane tower. It's a little bit dangerous without Korok's RP or Bulba's anything. There's only 2 heroes up on this top lane. Arzar does have a Ravage ready, and he wants to use it. But the bear just on this top lane tower, beating it down with that Demolish. Look at the damage from one paw swipe. Here comes Crazy though. TC is going to stick the bear straight on him. Did he dodge that Shadow Strike with the... That is pretty good. Pretty good, TC. Would have lost the bear otherwise, I expect. Korok. Oh, you got to be very, very careful, Korok, because Illidan is coming straight towards you, and even though Illidan can't kill you, if he reveals your position, then the gig is up. Illidan Oh, Shadow Blade, he doesn't know about it. He's going to go for an initiation wraparound. He's going to stun as many people as he can. Going to get stun on Fluff. Illidan wants to kill off Fluff before anything else happens. Fluff's going to get mech charge as well as that defensive disruption. Two-man shackle. Crazy going to get Finger of Death right to the face. Storm Rage is trying to make his way out of there, ready for Ravage onto everyone. Fluff and Stuff still alive, however. There's the RP onto Illidan as well as Skewer is going to kill them both off. Ars Art still alive, and KSI trying to go for Fluff, who is also still alive, but he's going to get trapped in Tangle as well. Ars Art on the run. The bear is going to give chase, and Korok does have a haste rune. Would not have Skewer, but he's going to get in front for a little bit of body blocking, allowing for TC to get that entangle, and Liquid take a 5-for-0 wipe. Beautiful disruption from IX Mike, saving Fluff. That did give him enough time, which to lay down the Finger of Death and kill off Crazy, which ordinarily they wouldn't have had. If they didn't get that disruption off, Fluff would have died. No Finger of Death, no more Impales, no more Hexes, and that probably would have been not as good. Definitely would have been not as good a trade. But now they're going to translate that into a tier 3 tower at least. They do still have the Demolish on the bear. Is the bear empowered? I want to see how much damage it does. Yes, it's plus 64. Down to plus 23, so it's some pretty decent damage. Sonic Wave gonna kill off Bulba. No defensive disruption once again, as well as a Hex. Bulba gonna pop off that mech. He's gonna take a Gush as well as a sitting in the Acid Spray. Skewer forward onto everyone. Crazy taking a lot of damage once again. Right clicks will not be enough, even though he's gonna run straight into the bear. That Radiance Burn might do it. Keep an eye on her. Illidan is going to kill off Fluff and Stuff in the meantime. IX Mike trying to defend that line, but now he's trying to stack up as much poison as he can, and with the poison stacks, he will do it. Shadow Poison does a lot of damage, guys. This just in. TC still alive, still on the front lines. His Bear's Radiance killing off the Queen of Pain, all the while his supports messing with the hard carry of VP, who did end up trading his life for a Lion. Not a good trade, and IX Mike will survive, will use his Urn charge to cover up, and the Bear's still alive. They don't have a resummon, but they do still have Korok waiting in the wings, and now this fight has gone on long enough that he almost has RP back again. 4,300 gold on Korok. Oh my god, this man is filthy rich. Armlet up on TC as well. Just a simple push in. They did not take the Raxes. Oh wait, no, they did take the Raxes. Liquid, they got a good trade. They got the tier 3 tower as well as Raxes. That was nothing but win for Team Liquid. And now with the Aegis still up on TC, they can make more aggression happen, although it's going to be reclaimed in about a minute, so probably not going to be a huge amount of aggression from Liquid before that Aegis runs out. The tier 2 tower is a viable shot, but that's about it. And VP, even though they got a Ravage onto everyone, even though they got good initiation from the Alchemist trying to go for that line, just the defensive capabilities from Team Liquid, that mech charge, that disruption, keeping everyone on their team alive and just poking from long range while the bear sits at the front, the VP side really were not in position to deal with this bear, and even if they were, they didn't have enough damage too. Bulba is going to get hit by a Ravage as well. No, Fluff is going to dodge it. Actually, Bulba taking a little bit of damage. He's going to bottle up in the trees. Two-man shackle, going to hold Arzart as well as KSI out of place. Now Crazy, you have to deal with two angry bears, and he's going to get burned down by that Radiance bear. Still on the chase. Does not have any boots, however. TC is choosing to delay that. Art is going to be the one who's in trouble. Korok is here, has a Verse Polarity, and he wants to use it. He wants blood. KSI is going to be the target of focus. There's a Skewer forward. Two-man in that Verse Polarity. They're going to bring down the Tidehunter. They're going to bring down the Alchemist. Now Alchemist is on the run. Are they going to chase him down? They are not going to bother with that. But they got Crazy. They got Art, and they didn't really burn all that much for it. They did burn the Reverse Polarity, but that was in exchange. Oh, IX Mike, and he gets sniped off by Illidan. Is there any more to deal with this Alchemist that's running astray? There's the Entangle as well as a Power Shot. The Radiance damage plus 1 pulse wipe from this bear, doing 200 damage a pop plus Radiance burn damage. Team Liquid looking incredibly strong in this game as they continue to build their incredible lead as far as gold and experience are concerned. And TC's just sending that bear to the front line, still without the boots, which I think is a mistake. If he had phase boots at this point, then that Alchemist wouldn't have gotten the kill on IX Mike, but still they're going to bring down this tier 2 tower very, very easily. Could be denied possibly, but no, not with this bear doing, how much damage? It's like 30%? 40% extra damage versus buildings. This bear is an absolute wrecking ball, and VP, they cannot kill it. Even if they gush it, even if they shadow strike it, lift up into the air, well, maybe if they do all that, then they could kill it, but then everyone else from Liquid is just going to come in and kill you because you wasted all your spells on the bear. They don't really have a good way of isolating the bear. They don't have like a Brewmaster or anything that could just send the bear up into the air, or something that has a huge amount of minus armor like the TA, which could help them bring down the bear. They do have the Gush, which is maxed out, which will help with that minus armor, level -5, but at this point that's just going to cancel out the armlet. So this bear is incredibly frightening, does not have the Aegis anymore. TC did let that one time out, and by let that one time out, I mean he played as aggressively as he can, but VP just simply couldn't kill him. Oh no, what are you doing, NS? What are you doing there? Why? Why are you there? Oh, NS, 4K. Well, Liquid might get their courier sniped off. It's going to be a Savagery and Hyperstone. No, nothing. Gonna give the Hyperstone. No, we'll wait. We'll wait. Hyperstone for the bear. This bear is going bootless, but demolishing the tier 2 tower with top lane slowly pushing in. Liquid, their siege is 100% in the hands of TC, but look at this bear's damage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Easy, easy. Illidan looking for initiation. Who's it going to be? It's going to be onto Bulba. He's going to take the stun. Ike's Might getting vacuumed back as well. Wall dropping down as well as a Ravage. Hitting onto 3. Arzard does not have any damage to make this happen, however, because the bear is still alive. Here comes Korok with a giant skewer. RP, is it available? No, he already used it. Illidan still on the chase for Korok as well as Fluff, but another Impale going to kill off NS, and Arzard very low as well. Fang of Death being used onto Illidan. He's still trying to hit onto Bulba, but he has the Wind Run active, and the bear still burning everyone down. It's going to be an ultra kill for TC, who went completely uncontested in that fight. And VP, they're going to say, we've had enough. This bear is too strong, your team fight is too strong, and really your defensive capabilities are just way too strong. Liquid didn't drop a single hero there. Illidan going to try to make a retaliation kill onto Korok as a last-ditch effort, but an entangle as well as a skewer over his dead corpse. The Alchemist is not going to make that happen, so Liquid 13-30. Korok playing an absolutely perfect Magnus game. Actually, not an absolute perfect Magnus game, but an absolutely stellar Magnus game. Oh, that happened. I did not realize. Well, screw it. I didn't realize it was a Divine Rapier, guys. We're gonna watch that shit again. When did he get it? What? Okay. This is for science right here. I need to see when this happened. Did he have it? Where is it? Oh, he didn't have it. Wait, did he whiff his RP? Just these things that I miss in the fights, like because I was looking over here. Can't see everything. Oh no, he did get a huge RP. That's why he skewered everyone back. Got 3 back in the skewer. Where is his Divine Rapier? Was it Divine Rapier on someone else? No? Pain. Where did he get it? Oh, did he get it like right now? Oh, the fight was... Oh, okay, that's boring. Okay. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's going to be Liquid versus VP, game number 1. Liquid going up 1-0 over VP, so we're going to be moving on to game number 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe, tell your friends. If you didn't, then let me know what I can do better. I feel like this cast did go pretty well. So, thanks for watching, guys. GG! Did he empower that creep? I think he did. I love how everyone's dancing and Magnus is just like, you people, I hate y'all. I hate everyone.